Yeah, I'm watching Annie, the black version.
My folks are coming for me, so I thought I'd just wait for them here.
Very excited. Anyways,
They'll be taking me out to the country.
since I'm following my soul purpose
See you sometime.
and finally sharing my thoughts, like my deep thoughts, I want to talk about just the struggle. Okay, we're gonna talk about the struggle. Okay, everybody has a struggle, and everybody's struggle is fair game. Even if you think it's not that complicated, everybody's reality is their own reality, so we don't know any better. So pain is pain. You cannot compare pain. You cannot be like, oh, well, you killed my father, and the other one would be like, well, my dad died. Like, pain is pain at the end of the day. That's something that I've learned as I've grown up, is that I cannot compare my pain with somebody else's and think that mine has more priority over somebody else's, because everybody's pain is valid. And like I said, we don't know any different. So if you're going through pain and I'm going through pain, we're basically going through the same thing, even if it's not the same scenario. So what I'm trying to say is that I know we have a lot of like mental health help out there. But I think mental health is something that, yes, it needs to be acknowledged, but also it's part of your everyday living. And what I mean by that is that if you overcome your thoughts, if you overcome your fears and your pains, you will not only become a better person, but you overcome those fears that you call mental health issues. Yes, we haven't validated our emotions, and I think that's what's more important here. It's like your thoughts, what you choose to focus on will become your reality. So that's what you attract, what you think, what you manifest in your head, right? It like, imagine your brain being like a little box and it just cooks something in there and it becomes something. And that's really, really cool. You're like manifesting something. You're bringing something into creation. And allowing yourself to go through the pain is part of the process of evolving into your best self. And man, right now I'm dealing with the fucking worst pain in my life. Not only physically, but like mentally, because I have to go through a lot of struggles that just fears, things, anxieties, like getting my security pass at work. Big anxiety because the lineups are up the roof. And, my angels keep telling me have the best expectations of every situation and they will become. And yes, 100%. I was in line super stressed out and I was like, it's going to be fine. They were kicking people out and I was like, it's going to be fine. Just stay. Just pretend you're not here. And they keep coming back in the lineup and getting people to come out off the line. And I just stayed until the end and just hoping that I would blend in with the wall. And I just shut the hell up. I was just like, God, like, it's going to work out somehow. I know it is. And it did. Somebody stayed and did overtime just so we can finish doing my security pass. And a few other people. But still, when you have faith, that's where faith comes in. Like, you don't need a church to know, to find God, to find peace, to find love within yourself, because it's right here. This is the house. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be going to church. I know people are like totally about that life, and I love church, but I think that it can get a little messy sometimes when you start having like certain structures, because I believe spirituality is about expansion, not about like restraint. So like when there's rules, sometimes you forget to acknowledge that you are first raw. And just because we think we should be something doesn't mean that we are. And allowing yourself to be raw, like I said, a little evil and a little good. Everybody has different percentages. I thought I had 20-80, but I'm starting to think it's 50-50. I don't know. I think it's like 20-80, but that 20, once you're in that 20, you become 100. And I talked about this with my guy best friend and we agreed. So everybody has a different percentage of their yin and yang, but it's a balance between, yourself. And, when you embrace your feminine, your masculine, when you embrace your whole self, it's very beautiful. And it has taken me a long time to be here. And I'm still working every day to be my best self. to show up for myself and be true to myself and say, oh, what is it that I want? Well, what I want is to create a positive self-change so I can motivate others to do it for themselves. That's why I'm here. And I've been saying that for a long time, but it has taken me a long time to realize what that means. And going through my worst fears has really helped me get here. And, you know, those fears haven't always been easy to overcome. I did a pageant, scared as shit. I was scared to just be around girls. I was on TV, Hey Latino, you know. I was scared to, you know, perform, look like a hot bitch. You know, I'm just not used to that. You know, that was a fear that I had. Stand-up comedy was another fear that I had. I did it not because I didn't want to, 100% I wanted to, but it was like, oh my God, I'm throwing myself out into the wilderness and I'm pushing myself to like do things I've never done. And that's very scary, but it's also so rewarding and so exciting when you're doing something new. So get out there, go hustle and be in the struggle and allow yourself to be in the struggle and understand that everything's going to be okay, because, you know, God is not anywhere else but within yourself, and everywhere else, everything is God. Everything is all and will always be and forever will be. It's an expansion, an explosion of like chaos and beauty. And learning to accept those two sides makes you stronger and helps you deal with life so much better. And yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this chat. This is me expressing myself, because if I don't do this, I'm not following my life purpose. So here I am showing up for myself. And yeah, I hope you got something cool out of that. Take care, y'all. Love y'all.